video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this particular car. Mario, the owner of this car, just recently made the purchase of it as an investment. And this one, everybody, is year 96, and it's going to be stored at our portside yard for the next 3 months before it's going to be delivered to the United States, to the hands of Mario, who is the current owner of this car. So in this video, everybody, let's take a look at the car. I'll be driving the car to the port while I discuss to you that during that time about the market of those cars in Japan, how you can buy one and have it stored with us, and how we will have the car delivered to you guys once it becomes 25 years old, and therefore USA import legal under 25-year-old rule. So everyone, let's take a look a little bit closer on the car itself. Gran Turismo 2 main edition fans of course know this particular car very well, and it was the main feature of Honda's in that game. So this one is of course year 96, and Honda started manufacturing Integra Type R's DC2s starting from year 1986. And this car is only manufactured at the time in Japan, and starting from year 1998 the Honda started manufacturing them in UK as well. So of course this car has got the Japanese spec as well as UK spec as well. Guys, pay attention, the car is not that much washed right now because I was a little bit in a hurry, so I'm having the car delivered to our portside yard right now, and the car was stored at our shop for about 4 months before it was sold to Mario from the United States. Cars like that, everybody notice, is in very high demand, particularly from the United States. And if you guys noticed, cars that are basically the 90s cars, sports car, JDM sports car, have been going up in value like it's crazy. And of course that is thanks to the USA effect, what we call it in Japan these days, because once the Japanese sports car becomes USA import legal, it starts shooting up in value substantially. Exactly what happened to GTR 32s, and this is exactly what's happening to GTR 33s. They are not import legal to the United States yet, but still they are storing about 30 of them to the USA customers they bought up. So you know, as the supply and demand effect kicks in, less of those cars becoming available for sale in Japan, the price is going up substantially. And this is exactly what's happening for this particular Honda Integra Type R2. And if you noticed, about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, if you are someone who is familiar with Japanese market and have been watching the market, cars like that was worth about, I would say, 5,000 to 6,000 to up to even 10,000 US dollars. Very clean ones. But these days they're becoming impossible to find at that price. Mario, I will give you a little bit about this, the information about this car as well. Mario purchased this car at the value of 14,400 US dollars, and it's going to be USA import legal in about 20 months from now, and until then we will have the car stored for him. Of course, some people consider 14,400 a little bit more expensive for cars like this, but again guys, these cars were almost twice the value about 2 to 3 years ago in Japan, but they are becoming very expensive. And we ourselves, we got about 10 inquiries on this particular car itself, and Mario was lucky customer to become the owner of the car. So let's take a look interior of the car. Of course, car is not washed that much, but that's not the main point of this video, to point on the cleanness of it, but it's a general information on the car. Integra Type R's, of course, Honda manufactured them with a really nice looking Recaro seats installed. They come in 2 different colors, one in red and one in a blackish color. And this one, red color, also looks pretty good. Nothing of a damage on it. Of course, it's got a dirt like here. It's cleanable, but you know, nothing of a big damage to the seats been done. Interior of the car looks pretty clean and pretty genuine as well, as you guys can see. So I want to show you a little bit of the engine compartment of the car as well, and let's take a look at the heart of the car, which is of course the VTEC Honda engine. And here we go, everybody. Here's the engine compartment. Here's the chassis number of the car for those one of you guys who like to track down the car. But again, in overall condition of the car, it's a pretty clean, accident-free, and quite well-maintained car. It is for the age of 23 years old car. It is. I think it's got the mileage of what now? Let's take a look at it. Mileage on the car is also genuine, and it's about 111,300 kilometers, which is equal to about what, 60,000 miles or so if you are watching this video from the United States. VTEC engine 1.8, and it basically gives a power of 187 200 HP, which is pretty impressive if you think about how small the engine is and what power it gives. And timing belt, as you guys can see, that was replaced in AC25, and the car had almost 106,700 kilometers, which means it was pretty recent as well. Pretty fabulous condition, pretty good looking Integra Type R. $14,000, pretty fair price for cars like this. Again, when we bought this car has been for sale about for 4 months at our shop, and it's right now becoming quite hard to be able to find cars like this for even that price range. And all thanks to the supply and demand, cars like that are extremely rare in Japan right now, especially 996 versions, and of course price, because of a huge demand coming particularly from the United States, are going up. We are starting about 3 of Integra Type R's to USA customers, and first customer who purchased this was Milton Films, Brett, and I will leave a link for his channel. He makes fabulous Honda videos, very informative, and he's a great guy to follow if you are someone of a Honda fan.
The process of buying this car right here was so smooth. It's not even funny. Like it was just simply, I talked to him, gave him money, he bought the car, here it is. It doesn't get any more legit than that.
I'll be driving the car right now to the port for the next about 40 minutes or 30 kilometers or so, and along that way, along that road, we get to see the performance of the car. I will enjoy it, and you guys also get to see how it is driving Honda Integra Type R DC2, 23 years old already here in Japan, everybody. So let's go to the port to put this car back to our storage yard at the port side. Of driving Honda Integra Type R, but this is way lot different than what I expected it to be. Yeah? It's just, I can't describe it enough. Not enough words for it. It's just fabulous. So light, amazing performance, and I love the sound. And it's gonna be so much fun driving it to the port. So everyone, let's get to the port, and I'm gonna have a great time further enjoying the performance of this car. As you all understand, I'm a GTR guy, and this is my first time driving Integra Type R, for that matter, for this long, almost 25 minutes or 25 kilometers already. But it's a great car, guys. It's a great car. Again, as I said earlier as well, price for one of those Integra Type R's somewhere around $15,000, depending on the condition and stuff. You can find one from $12,000 to $20,000, depending on condition and mileage as well. And they are fabulous investment grade cars. And I am personally thinking of investing in a couple of those Integra Type R's as soon as I can get my hands on it. I was in my previous videos, and Spencer made a special video about that as well. We were talking how pretty clean Integra Type R in the United States went for $65,000, and I was totally shocked. At the time, about several months ago, you could get cars like that in Japan for, again, 15 to 17,000 US dollars, and I was like, that's crazy. And just a couple of days ago, I watched another auction in the US that was happening, and very clean Integra Type R, exactly just like this, exactly the same Recaro seats, the same driver, the same dashboard, pretty much similar. Of course, it was probably US DM version on that Integra Type R, but it was sold for $83,000. That shocked me, honestly. And cars like that, you can get it for $20,000. If you think of, purchasing a car like that and storing it for the next, how long? 20 month, 18 month, depending on the exact manufacturer month of the car for year 96 versions, it's gonna give you a fabulous return. Of course, the price of Integra Type R is not what it used to be about, let's say, 2 to 3 years ago. Cars like that I'm driving, Mario bought it for $14,400. You could get a car like that for about $10,000 in about, $8,000 to $10,000 about 2 to 3 years ago. It's crazy. So they are on the rise already. We are storing 4 Integra Type R's for our USA customers. First customer was Brett, as I said earlier, Milton Films. Check him out. He's a great guy. And yeah, and we have a number of other customers. We've been having a lot of inquiries on Integra Type R's, and again and again I stress that I think the cars like that, of course, clean, accident-free, rust-free ones are a fabulous investment that you can make right now. You know, owning a car, sports car, is a fabulous experience. You know, and while you're investing and your money growing, I guess it makes you feel even better on being the owner of a dream sports car, just like, for example, Integra Type R's for that matter, and their price is not that bad either. When it comes to storage and services in Japan, everybody with us at Garage Defend, as most of you guys understand, we provide two different types of storages, indoor, which costs about $200 a month, and outdoor, which is about $75 a month. And we provide we guarantee the condition of the car while it's in our possession. For example, of course, if you store the car outside, there could be sound damage on the car, or like, you know, if you store it for 2 years, some technical problems, mechanical issues might come up on the car because the car has been in the same place for the 2 years, right? But we don't, of course, guarantee for things like that, but we guarantee any major damage on the car. For example, the car being lost or getting stolen or having some kind of damage or something like that, we provide full free coverage within that storage fee. So that's very safe and secure with us. We've been storing different GTR 34 V-Spec to M-Spec Newers and so many, like $200,000 worth cars, GTR 34s, for a lot of customers, particularly from the United States as well. So a lot of people sometimes buy, let's say, you know, $20,000 car, and there's like so much, like they keep asking. It's crazy. They keep saying that like they keep asking for assurances. You know, it's not like we are 1 year or 2 year or 5 year shop. Even here in Japan since 1996 is an official shop. That means 23 years, and we are gonna stay here for a very, very long time to come. So we are a very safe and secure shop, and there's nothing to worry about while your car is in our possessions, and everything is legal as well at the same time. So that's one. And yeah, we provide at this moment up to 3 years storage. So all the GTR 33s, for example, we have almost 25 to 30 GTR 33s being stored for USA customers right now. We also have so many different type of JDM sports car. Integra Type R being one of them. As I said, 4 of them so far are so good. And we're also storing Evo 4s. Evo 4s is also crazy cheap these days in Japan. Evo 2s and Evo 3s are twice, triple the price of Evo 4s. Of course, why? Because of the USA effect. Once the cars like that become USA import legal, it's crazy. Their price is gonna skyrocket because US market is so huge. I keep saying this over and over again, put all the markets together in the world, it's not going to be as equal as the market of the United States when it comes particularly sports cars, because of course most of you guys are watching this video from the United States as well, and the United States, just like most of you guys understand, is pretty much based or built upon car culture. Everybody drives, so you have to have a car if you want to get to point A to point B. Unlike in Japan, most people in the city especially, they don't have cars. Whoops, that was my bolt. I'm actually on the hill like this right now, and we are climbing the hill, so I have to be careful as I'm talking to you guys. I'm driving here as well, cars from me in front of me, behind me, and everywhere else. So yeah, anyways guys, if you are interested in Integra Type R just like this, Evo 4s, great investment everybody. You could get fined for about $10,000. You can get a fabulous, not the greatest condition Evo 4, but still pretty nice looking Evo 4. I would say from 8,000 to 16 to 18,000 for that matter, depending on the price range. You can get a really, really good Evo 4s, and Evo 3s right now are $20,000 plus in Japan because they are USA import legal already. Evo 2s are also somewhere around that range, and I was looking for another customer basically from the United States, Boston area. He was in the market for Evo 3, and it's crazy, there are only 3 Evo 3s available for sale in Japan, and I was like, what the fuck? And they are almost like, I don't know, like 50 to 60 Evo 4s available for sale. So what I expected Evo 4s to be right now is they are going to become very expensive as well over time, just like what the price of Evo 2 and Evo 3s are going. Of course, if you ask me right now, do I prefer Evo 2, Evo 3, Evo 4? Of 404. No kidding, right? So yeah, good investment. We provide storage, everybody. Hit me up. It's always best to, you know, either email us or Facebook Messenger us, actually, and we can reply you a little bit faster. If you're a super serious customer, find out my number and give me a call. That's the best way to follow up with me and get the car of your dreams. Yeah, that's the fastest way, you know. And by the way, guys, I got my Instagram channel. Follow me there as well if you enjoy the content. And for this YouTube channel as well, if you're watching and enjoy the content, please click that subscribe button and click that bell button if you want to be updated on different videos and car content that's coming from our shop here in Japan. Yeah, I'll do my best to keep it up with everything else. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video very soon right now. I'm gonna be at the port very soon, in the next 10 minutes or so at the most. And yeah, again, if you're interested, feel free to hit me up. I got my contacts below. And what you guys tell me too, what do you think of Integra Type Rs? What do you think this Integra Type R worth it? You have seen the car, you know the condition of it. Do you think it's $14.4 thousand US worth it? Do you think it's worth it to invest it and hold the car in Japan for the next 20 months? A lot of people say yes, and there are some people who argue maybe not the smart, but I don't know. You tell me. I love reading your comments, and from now on I will do my best to become a lot more active on our social media pages. I haven't been able to reply to many comments on YouTube, but I've been going through quite a number of your comments, and I'll do my best to follow up with you all. And yeah, I look forward to hear from you guys, and thank you for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Sun is going down in Japan, and next video is coming up in the next